it's good we bring some ahkam and majalis as well. Mention them because they're different things, but they might seem very similar, but there's some small differences which separate them. So like I said, we had vow, we have oath, we have swearing. The first one is oath, which is ahd. And ahd is an oath which is one-sided. It's between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You swear to do a good action. And if you commit a certain action, for example, you will do something. For example, you say, if I lie, I will feed 10 poor people. Or if I lie, I will fast for 3 days. You're making an oath between you and Allah to refrain from a sin, for example, or to do something. If something happened, if you do this thing, then this is obligation on you. So you say, if I lie, I'll fast for 3 days. So you carry on with your life, but you made this obligation that if you lie to somebody, that you're going to fast 3 days. And that is what you have to do to fulfill your oath. It's one-sided. It's between you and it's for you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then we have nadhr. Nadhr is a vow, which is two sides. You swear to Allah to do something, or if He does something for you. For example, you say, Ya Allah, I swear by Allah, if you allow me to go to Karbala, I will give $100 to orphans. This is Allah is giving you something and you are giving something. It is two-sided. This is nadhr. If I swear by Allah, if you heal my child, I will fast for 3 days. This is nadhr. It's between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is doing something for you and you are giving something, fulfilling your oath. The last one is we have 3 words that mean the same thing. They are half, qasam, and yamin. They all carry the same meaning, swearing, that you swear by something. And these things, they have different categories. We'll go briefly, 3 categories of swearing. So if you swear, this is the first type, is if you swear that something happened or it didn't happen. So if you swore something was the truth, something happened and it was the truth, then you'll be regarded as someone truthful. But if it's false, then it will be a sin. It will be count as lying. But it doesn't require any kafara. You don't have to pay any expiation for this type of swearing. For example, you say, I swear by Allah, I saw such and such person in the park today. If it was really that person, then you're truthful. But if it wasn't that person, let's say it's somebody who resembled that person, then your swearing would have been a lie, would have been a sinful type of swearing. It says this type of swearing is makruh. It's not encouraged, it's disliked. But sometimes you have to do this type of swearing. In certain cases, you're trying to get your rights. You have to swear by something that this property is yours, for example. Or in a situation you need to save your life. May Allah protect us from being in that type of situation. But we shouldn't go around saying, Wallahi this and Wallahi that and Wallahi, I swear by Allah, for no good reason at all. It's discouraged. It's not like to swear this type of way. This is the first type of swearing. The second type is called, is when you swear by Allah that you will bring somebody something. And you swear that you'll do that. This type of yamin is called yamin al-munashada. For example, you say, I swear by Allah, if I go to ziyarat, I'll bring you back a gift. But if you weren't able to fulfill that thing that you swore to, or you forgot about this, also no kafara. The last type is the type where you swear to do something or not do something. If you decide to do or not do something and you swear by it and you continue to do that thing, you will need to do kafara. For example, you swear that by Allah that I will not commit this particular sin, for example. You say, for example, we'll say drinking alcohol. This is one of the sin. If you say, I swear by Allah, I will not drink alcohol. Then, na'udhu billah, the person makes the sin again. Then they have to do kafara. If all of these conditions are met for an oath, for a swearing to be valid. What are conditions? Conditions for swearing to be valid. The first one is we have to have a sound mind. We have to be free person. We have to not, we cannot be compelled to make that swearing. The one who swears needs to manage their own affairs. The one who has the capacity to manage his own money is not simple. Some people say that, for example, there's some people that are not able to manage their own affairs and they need a guardian over them to look after them and manage their money and manage their life things. Cannot be like this situation. You need to be one who can manage their own affairs. And then they need to swear by Allah's name. This is important. All of these conditions have to be met for the swearing to be valid. You have to swear by Allah's name and by the name of his, or one of his attributes, like Ya Rahman. I swear by Ar-Rahman, I will not do such and such, or I will do this. This makes the swearing valid. But for example, if someone says, I swear by Abu Fadl al-Abbas, this type of swearing does not require kafara. The type of swearing that requires kafara is swearing by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name. If someone swears by Allah's name, they take the name of Allah, wallahi, for example, I will not lie. Then they lie. They have to do kafara. What is kafara? We have different things for kafara. The first one is not applicable anymore in these times, but it was freeing slave. And we see how in Islam it was encouraged for people to free their slaves. And this was one of the ways when someone swore by something and didn't do it, Islam told them they have, for their penalty, they have to do this. The next thing was feeding 10 poor people, or clothing 10 poor people. And if none of those were possible, then they have to fast for 3 days. This is ahkam of yamin, or qasam, swearing. So we have ahd, which is an oath. Then we have nadar, which is a vow. Then we have qasam, or yamin, which is swearing. This is what we see when Hannah, she made an oath, she made a vow to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Please do this for me. Allow me to have this child and I will dedicate him or her to your service. This was nadar. This is one of the fastest ways to get our hajat answered.